Hi there. So I just recorded a video talking about how pissed I am at my work. But in this video, I want to talk about a more wholesome topic, right? Um, I've been thinking a lot about how to balance like this desire I have in me, maybe uh, this instinct I have in me of wanting to do everything with aggression. And it's been hard, like, you know, I think as a man you have some dark desires. Like there's this dark side to you that even though you're trying to be a good man, like you have it in you, right? Like maybe like when it comes to women or when it comes to other men or when it comes to fighting or when it comes to how to treating others, like it's just like this aggressive, violent way of being. And I don't know how good that is, but I think it's like an intrinsic part of a man. Like if you had like, no wonder why we like war movies, or like that might be the reason why UFC is so big, and boxers are like one of the top paid boxers in one of the top paid careers, or why like all this violent and aggressive stuff like is so addictive. Like that's maybe the reason why GTA is one of the biggest games, you know. But at the same time, we have Minecraft, in which like you have this creative self, in which you can use like you have the ability to create uh, your reality. And it's been hard for me to translate, to go from kind of aggressive and like violent to slowly building up this persona based on peace, like just flowing. And I like this personality. Like I've been doing it for a while, and in my current personality, in currently who I am, can be the most explosive person. Like I can be running like a freaking marathon, and be like super excited and be like, wow! I'm so excited about this. I'm going to crush this, and I can be with my buddies and just saying a bunch of shit, a bunch of jokes, taking nothing seriously. Laughs one. But then I can also be this person which is like, okay, this is a beautiful moment. I'm so grateful for it. I can be in such a peaceful mode. And but at the same time, sometimes I wish I can go back to that aggressiveness. And I don't think I was ever that aggressive, because I was, I was like, how do you say this? I was very close to my mother. I'm very close to my mother, so I think I'm kind of feminine in a few aspects. Like not like gay, but like softer. And I wish I could be more aggressive, you know, even though like now I'm trying to balance this, because I'm like, how can I be aggressive? Like being aggressive would mean that all this work I've done to become this serene, peaceful person, like it's like, no, you're not peace and serene. You have to be aggressive. And then I realized, okay, maybe being a man is about realizing you can be both things. You can be like a monk, and then you can also be a warrior. You can be a gardener. You can be a warrior, right? You can be all this. Like you have to find the balance. You have to be. Um, I think I don't know where I read this, but maybe Justin Waller said it. But it's like you have to be a man who's able to grab a baby on one hand and a gun on the other one. And it's hard because I think I'm missing like this aggressiveness, and I want to get into martial arts so bad, right? The only constraint right now is money, which I talked in the other video I just recorded. So yeah, but it's like sometimes I just want to be so freaking like, I just like for example at this current moment, I just feel like knocking out, like fighting two dudes at the same time, getting all bleedy, you know, all like blood on my head, blood on my fist. I just feel so freaking aggressive, and yeah, you know. But then I'm also the guy who usually will just like be smiling to everyone, you know, and I'm like, hey, dude, how's it going? How's your day been? How are you feeling? Even though I don't give a shit about your feelings, and you shouldn't either. But I mean, I'm really interested. What I'm trying to say is, I'm really interested in you, right? And but at the same time, I like being that guy who's like, life's one. And so this I'm going to link with wanting this life of success, of achievement, of greatness. And it often feels like if you want this kind of life, you have to be super aggressive and violent and just go take what you think you own, right? You have to be walking with this big dick energy, like big shoulders. I'm the alpha here. And I don't feel like that. Like, look at me, brother. Even though, like, I look around and when I compare myself to other people around me, I'm like, okay, I'm better than them. But then I compare myself to other people not around me, like on other places, so like on Instagram, like, shit, I'm the wimp here. So yeah, I'm just freaking mad at that, and I'm also recording this just for the record. Like, I don't think there's a point in this video, but I want to be able to look back on this and be like, wow, you made it. You managed to be so freaking aggressive and in so much control. Like, you know, there's actually like the thing is, I'm only now expressing this and like fully elaborating and articulating these thoughts, even though I've had it for a while now. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is Matthew 5:5, which says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Right, and the word meek, in my context over here in Mexico, is usually used meek in more like in the way of humble. Like the word meek is usually used wrongly with the word humble, and humble usually is mistaken with poor. So you think, okay, the Bible is telling me I have to be poor and I have to be all like, oh, I'm so humble, you know, I'm so, you know, like, poor of me, have pity of me. I'm so miserable. I'm being humble. I'm being meek. So I will, I will, how do you say? I will inherit the earth or whatever. I forgot the verse. But what the word actually means, like the word meek, comes like from I think it's from a Nordic. It has a Nordic etymology, and basically it was used in the context of a war horse. A war horse was a war that was, it's like one of the most, like horses, they have this power in them. They have this strength and speed and potence. But if he's a war horse, he still has that. Like, that's the reason why he's a war, right? Because he can endure all of those things. But he can also control them, right? He can he's not guided by them. Instead, he's guided by like his higher self, who can control those like factions of him. So that's basically what it means. It's not about being all poor and pity. It's about being strong and freaking masculine and like aggressive. I mean, I'm not aggressive, I guess, but like being able to do stuff, but being in control of you doing them. Like, I want to be able to kill a man. Okay, I'm not a freaking psycho, you know, but you get my point. I don't want to be the guy who's on the street and he's about to get in a fight and I'll just like, I mean, I would probably run away from the fight if I knew how to fight, but I don't want to run away from the fight because I don't think I can fight him. I want to run away from the fight because I think I'll kill him, you know? And, you know, like saying this out loud, like my parents would probably like have to talk with me like, hey, we saw your video, are you okay? Or like my friends, like my closest friends, maybe they would like understand. Yeah, I'm not worried about them. But like, you know, like I'm a youth leader now. Like I cannot be talking this with those guys like, hey guys, you need to be able to kill a man and then you will inherit the earth. Like, I mean, I don't know if I don't want to be like saying heresies. I think that's how I say it. Like, I don't want to be talking things that are not in the Bible as if they were in the Bible, but my interpretation and based on what I've read and investigated, that's what it says. Like, you need to be able to do stuff, and then you need to be able to control it. You need to be a monster, and then you have to be able to, like, not deem him, but like, yeah, to control it. It's all about self-control. So yeah, now lately I've been like, I just want to go and punch people in the face. And the same with girls, like I just want to go and have a girlfriend, like, and maybe this is a little bit romantic about myself, not that aggressive, but like if I think about it, like there's this side in me of like having a girl and being able to kiss her and being romantic and then being mysterious and then just like dude, like, okay, not to brag about myself, but I think I have a decent physique. Like I'll go walk around the street, and unless he's like a gym bro, like or something like that, I have like the best physique in the room most of the times. And I'm not even like that big. I just have like a little bit of muscle and I look defined and I'm like faster than most people and I'm like I have more endurance than most people and I'm like pretty much stronger than most people, right? At least in my hometown, because I know I'll go to Miami and I'll be like, what the heck's going on? So I like logically, like if I say this out loud, I think I can manage to pull like any girl. But then I get scared by them. So this is okay. This is actually funny. You can call me whatever in the comments if you see this video. I don't think I'm even going to publish it because it's just like freaking weird what this stuff I'm saying. I think I'll just skip this video for myself and maybe if I get rich and famous and like I have a big, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, bro, like, what about me just being able to fight and being able like to destroy faces for a living? Like, hey, okay, maybe I don't want to be a UFC fighter, right? But I want to have that skill, I want to be able to protect myself, to protect my family, to protect like my son and my girl. And then like I just want to be able to punch someone in the face and like not be scared to be punched in the face because I know I can endure it. And also I just want to be able to go talk to any girl and be like, hey sweetheart, like this big dick energy. Hey sweetheart, how you doing today? I saw you standing alone there. I couldn't resist coming to talk to you. Or like nothing creepy, but like I don't know, what would Diego Day say? Maybe like, or like, oh yeah, I don't even know because this is not my game. But I'm longing this so much. I'm like, it's just getting in my head and it's just messing with me. So yeah, I want to talk about this. Like, at the same time, you want to be the romantic guy, but at the same time, you want to be the guy who is like, I can be like super like intense, like intense kisses and like call her names and then like give her flowers. You want to be the girl, the boy. I'm just getting confused. You see, I'm not even thinking clear right now, and like my brain is going as fast as like. Now I'm just angry, and like. Then I wonder, what's the point of me doing all this meditation? What's the point of me doing all this journaling? But I think there's a difference, There's a difference with having this, like, angriness and aggressiveness because you're just, like, your life is messy and you're out of control. And then, like, being out of control because you feel like a monster, like all this explosiveness and aggressiveness and violence. And being able to control it because you have to meditate. You can, like... At the same time, you can be the guy who's like, you want to be the guy. This is just a thought I'm having. And most of this video, I'm speaking as I think, right? So don't quote me on anything. Maybe just quote me. Who cares? I'm only 18 and figuring out life. I'm talking my shit to this camera. So I think you want to be the guy who can run 4 hours straight. And also you want to be the guy who can sit alone in a room for 4 hours straight with his own. So like you want to be the guy who can run for 4 hours straight. And you also want to be the guy who can sit in a room alone for 4 hours straight. Like you want to be the guy who can be peaceful and grow a plant in his bedroom. And you also want to be the guy who can like beat the shit out of a punching bag. And interestingly, I think the more confident you feel, and I'm just using fighting as the example because I think it's like the most tangible, violent, aggressive, manly, masculine like thing I can deal with it. But obviously, this translate like I'm guessing like to reading and interacting with people and journaling and like your charisma and how you are like it's like a way of doing things, you know. So you want to be the guy like I forgot what I was saying this. So obviously you want to be able. Oh, okay, this is what I was saying. You want to be able to learn how to fight, and I think the more you know how to fight, and the more confident you are in your ability to protect yourself and destroy your opponent, the less you'll want to fight. I've heard this from a few fighters I know, like my uncle, he's a very good fighter. He's actually a trainer. And that's what he says, you know? Like the more I know how to fight, the less I want to fight. But the more confident I know I'll be in a fight, you know? Um, so yeah, this is just a random thought I was having. Because you know, my favorite and only anime I've watched is Vinland. And it's just freaking awesome. Like the dude went from being a massive murderer and like a killing machine to being like the most peaceful farmer and wholesome guy. Like, so yeah, epic. That's it. That's it for today's video. And I wish I can come back to this video and be like, I was talking just like, I mean, I know my talking abilities, especially in English, are not the best, but these are just my practices, you know? I'm doing the raps. I'm recording these videos with all my shitty thoughts. So yeah, thanks for watching, I guess. I don't think I'm going to make this video public. But yeah, thanks.